stream. Can someone check? I didn't set that up where I can see.
We are live.
We are live. Okay. I love being live. Awesome. All right. I love being live because I'm alive and I like to be alive. All right. Let's see. What is it? Okay. Good. We are live. All right. So I'm going to get off of that one and start the show. Hello, everyone. It is so good to be back from Alaska, where it's only 55 degrees, to over here in Arkansas, where it's 120 and made me sick. I'm so glad to be back. No, I'm actually really glad to be here because I got amazing friends that I haven't talked to in the last 2 weeks, and I missed everybody here. So let's go ahead and say hello to everyone on here tonight. We have an amazing guest also, Susan Ray. We're going to be talking about her nonprofit, her flying, and all that fun stuff. Let's say hi to everybody on the panel real quick. And of course, let's start with Miss Linda. Welcome, Linda. Where's your pom-poms?
Yay!
Yay! How you doing, Linda? Good to see you. It's been way too long.
I'm so excited tonight. Welcome back, everybody. Gosh, it's been a long 2 weeks without y'all. So I'm super stoked about our beautiful, awesome guest tonight, and Susan, right? And I also just want to welcome all my chatters and listeners tonight. Just sit back, enjoy the show, and yeah, let's have fun. It's gonna be a good one.
I like your Stay Bad hats. Did Daniela give that to you?
Of course.
Danielle,
Yeah,
I tell you,
because
shout out to Danielle over at Stay Bad, dude.
I have to represent.
Amazing.
Thank you, Daniel. Yes. Yeah, and he was a guest on our show, remember, a while back. Oh, that was awesome too. So thank you, Daniel. I got to represent, it's pretty cool. So, okay, back to you, Grandpa.
Thank you very much. Even though it's your show, I'll go ahead and continue the host. All right. We also got a current student on here, and Kevin, how you doing in Mississippi? How you doing, buddy? He's gonna stay in the background and make sure that if something pops up where he doesn't understand, he can go, hey, what is that? Because that's what this whole show is about. We want to make sure that everybody, that novice to, hey, I seen this guy flying with a backpack and a butt fan type of thing. What is this all about? Found our show, wants to learn more stuff. So new people, hey, raise your hand. We got Lynn over here. Raise your hand. If we say something that's like, what is that? Let us know so we can explain it, because there's someone else out there that needs to have it explained. So Kevin, thank you very much for being on the show, buddy. We also got JB from jbppg.com. What's up, my friend? I love that thing in your background. That's a new one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's one of my new stickers that I made. So
and you're going to be giving away some stickers today, yes?
Yes. I've got a JB PPG sticker pack. There we go. That I'll give away tonight. Got 8 different stickers in it. So
that's awesome. So tell us real quick, since you're the Run to the Sky, our nonprofit director of merchandising, you're helping us merchandise. So you got some stuff out there. You are making cups and mugs and stuff for Run to the Sky, and you're donating proceeds to Run to the Sky. Tell us a little bit about that, please.
Yeah, so I've designed a mug that's got the ClearPropTV logo on it, plus Run into the Sky. So if you purchase that mug, $5 of that gets donated to Run into the Sky.
That's awesome.
That covers the cost for me to make it.
Now, is there also something too? I think that you said something about if somebody uses a promo code.
Oh man, what was that? I can't.
What was that? Some
that's
guy.
10% off at jbppg.com.
Excellent. So I'm worth 10%. If you say, hey, JB, PPG Grandpa sent me here, he's going to give you 10% off anything on his store. So make sure you buy $1,000 worth of stuff, and 10%, that's a lot of money. You can save $100, man. That's awesome. Good deal. Thank you so much, JB. We appreciate everything you do.
Thank you.
Awesome. We got Scuba Steve in the house. Is this the Scuba Steve that I've heard so much about on Fridays on your podcast?
Yeah, that you've heard so much about, that all 40 people that's been following me for 10 years. Yeah, the same 40, 50 people that's been following me for a while. Yeah, I don't grow in subscribers, which is fine. I mean, people don't watch fate shows, they watch paramotor shows now, which is fine. I'm okay with that.
I don't have that many subscribers. It's only like 25 or 26,000. It's not that much.
Yeah, I'm 1900 and I haven't seen 2000 in 2000 years. So,
So what is your so how do we get to your show? So if you guys are out there, please help Scuba Steve out. Tell us, how do we get to your
you can go to
YouTube?
paramotordude.com, which will take you right over to my YouTube channel, or you can go on YouTube and just look up Scuba Vapes, and that will, because if you put in just Scuba or Scuba Steve, good luck. So just put Scuba Vapes and that'll take you right to my channel.
That's awesome. Well, thank
Do
you
a
so much
show
for
every
being
Friday Eastern Standard Time, 8 to 10 p.m. every Friday.
Yeah. We appreciate everything that you do, and we're glad that you're a paramotor pilot. And how many flights do you have now under your belt?
Don't make Susan laugh. 9.
Excellent. Congratulations.
Well, I tried to go for number 10,
Mhm.
but I did the smart thing. I drove literally an hour and a half to get to this site, and the wind was like nuts. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not feeling it. And the first guy that took off, his wing literally went back behind him and he was going straight up. I was like, yep, I'm not doing that. Nope, not me. So I didn't get to go, but hopefully Labor Day, Langley Air Force Base will be closed. I'm going to take off right from this big old field right behind my house, because we're in Class D airspace, but they'll be closed so I can just take off, which would be awesome.
That will be awesome. And first and foremost, Scuba Steve, that is amazing. That is a good pilot. When you can look up there and say, I drove for an hour and a half, I set up everything and I don't feel it, and you pack everything up, that is a good pilot. So 100% paramotor props to you, buddy.
Oh yeah. There's no need risking your life. There's another day, with better air. And I'm just like, I got a flying coming up in a couple of weeks. I can wait. It's fine.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Steve. Glad that you're here, buddy.
Thanks.
We also got, which we know for a fact now, the only guy I know that has maple syrup smelling money, because I went to Canada, I smelled their money, and it smells like maple syrup. Jim from Canada, from ClearPropTV.com. What's up, buddy?
Oh man, that's awesome. I'm glad you got to smell it. That's great. That's great. Well, I'm looking for some subscribers to my YouTube channel. So I have got a little promotion on. If you go to ClearPropTV.com and you subscribe, I'll be giving away some t-shirts. Here's a Dudek shirt. This is a really nice and soft, extra large. No, sorry, extra large. And yeah, so when we get up to
That's my size. So I'm going to unsubscribe and then resubscribe.
I'm going to unsubscribe and resubscribe. I want that Dudek shirt.
So that means I'm out. I'd be swimming in that. I'd have to dry it 100 times.
You could use it as a reserve, JB.
There we go.
just make sure it's not in your trunk.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. I could, two of me could fit in that shirt.
All right. So what do we need to do, Jim, to win that shirt? We need to subscribe. How do we get to your channel?
Yeah, there's a link in the chat there, ClearPropTV.com. And you have to be signed into YouTube for the subscription to count, I believe.
Okay.
So you have to make sure you're signed in.
All right. Excellent. I see a little QR code in your background. What's that all about?
That, I think, goes to my YouTube channel. I can't remember anymore. Let's see.
All right, everybody, point your phone to the screen.
No, that goes to my printing printing website.
Okay.
So yeah, you can go there, and if you need any printing done, any custom printing, let me know. You get 10% off if you mention the ClearProp TV.
Is it ClearProp TV or is it PPG Grandpa?
Either or.
All right, that's awesome. Good deal. Well, thank you so much.
20% if you use both.
Ooh, can you use
No.
Man, you shouldn't have said anything, JB. We could have tried it. All right. Thank you, Jim, so much for everything. Make sure you guys go to his channel, subscribe, and hopefully you can win a t-shirt. We also got Will Fly from Will Fly PPG. What's up, big dog?
What's going on? And congratulations for number 9, Steve. That's awesome. Yeah. Anyways, the most important flight you'll ever take in your life is your next one. So really, those numbers are just arbitrary. You know what I mean? So congratulations. Hey, I'm number one, I'm stoked that we're doing a show tonight because I actually missed it. You know, it was like 2 weeks of no show. So I really enjoy my Monday nights. And number 2, I'm up here at a family farm visiting relatives and getting ready to head over to Purdon's fly-in. So looking forward to that. But not only did I get a ride in a Stearman today, I got to actually fly the Stearman today. And man, was that an awesome freaking event. Just loved it. I love everything to do with aviation, but that's kind of where I am right now. And yeah, just good to be here.
For those of you that don't know what a Stearman is, like me, I don't know. What is a Stearman? What are we flying?
Okay, for those who don't know, just think of a biplane. Just think of like a Snoopy. I don't know if you remember Snoopy used to be a biplane.
Snoopy.
Yeah.
Did we just lose him?
He froze up. I guess he's talking about like the Red Baron style plane.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just like looking to your left and looking to your right and just seeing 2 wings and these struts, and the sound of the roaring engine, the motor and the air, because it's an open cockpit. It's just nothing like it. But also I got Just the Tip 11.0 out, so check it out. And other than that, man.
Where do we find this 11.0?
You would find this at willflyppg.com or on YouTube. Just search for Will Fly.
Excellent. Now you're going to be doing the Spinny Will, W-I-L, Spinny Will, because we're giving away some stuff tonight, right? So you're giving away stickers yourself, right, Will? What are the stickers?
Yep, stickers.
So Will Fly stickers, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. And JB, you're giving away stickers, a whole sticker pack, right? That's awesome. And our guest tonight, Susan Ray, welcome to the show. So happy that you're here. And you're going to give away some stickers too.
Yes.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is going to be a sticker night. Everybody, make sure that you're here because you got to be here to win. Susan Ray, welcome to the show. I am so glad we finally made it. It's been how many weeks now? I mean, you had a storm that went through. I went on vacation for 2 weeks and here you're fine. So about a month? Holy smokes.
Not quite, but yeah.
So you are the founder of a nonprofit organization in our wonderful sport of paramotors. Can you tell us a little bit about that and also a little bit about yourself, please?
So Aurora PPG, we have a mission to increase the participation of women and girls in the sport through experiences, education, training, and a big focus on community and community building. But then we also have a focus on its use in overcoming past trauma. So a lot of us, me included, whose lives have just been transformed and changed through paramotoring. The focus of the scholarship program is really spreading that, and scholarships are prioritized for people that are using it for post-traumatic growth. But education, community building, experiences, all that stuff is also a huge part of the mission. So just getting all the existing women pilots together, having spaces where we can even get together online as well as in person. We go through different approaches to different problems sometimes, and even the way we might talk through those problems in a women-only space. All of these community building things are very important to us. And then even we want more female instructors. We want more female people to be continuing to train and to progress safely. So really supporting everyone through all phases of their paramotor journey, not just, getting those first flights in, but throughout their paramotoring career, really.
Exactly. So the name of your nonprofit is
Aurora PPG.
like the Aurora Borealis?
So the Aurora Borealis would get its name from a similar place, which is Aurora was the Roman goddess of the dawn. And every morning she would fly her chariot across the sky and announce the arrival of the sun. So it's kind of this whole daily renewal, and kind of aspiring to renew ourselves every single day.
I feel you. I think every paramotor pilot out there understands when we go up there, the entire world, no matter how crazy it is, we're up there and it's the most amazing feeling in the world. All your troubles go away. It's the most freeing thing I've ever done. And I like you, want anybody and everybody that has any trauma in their life to be able to have that experience, to go up and experience the freedom of paramotoring, this freedom of flight. That's, my God, we it's amazing, and how long have you been flying right now?
So I've only been flying 2.5 years, and I'm scuba, do not be in a hurry. Slow, steady progress is the key. I have friends that started training the same week as me that are now instructors. It's like, but they live in Florida, and their flying windows are a little bit different than the number of flights they get in. Everyone's learning progression is different, and everyone's,
Unless I drive far or get permission, I can only fly every once in a while. That's the problem.
right. But
Otherwise,
it's also about managing things safely and not chasing flights when you shouldn't be.
right.
I might know a thing or two about that, like there are flights that I have that I shouldn't have had. And so, yeah, but going back to this whole renewing yourself every single day thing, I had just been reading to my husband this evening a piece that Chris Spieler had just posted a couple days ago, where he was talking about how being at a point in your life where you really don't want to make it to the next day. And then with paramotoring, now you're at this point where that's what you want to see so badly is the next sunrise. And it's, this complete 180-degree perspective change, just even on sunrises, and looking at sunrises in ways that I hate to say that only a paramotor, person can really understand what each of us means with how sunrises reset and totally change our focus and our perceptions on life. But
Yeah,
to make that change from, not wanting to be here to now you want the next sunrise, you want the next sunset, because you're just wanting to get out there and fly.
I know, it's like there's a meaning in life now. It's like there's something more to the world than I got to get up and work, pay bills, taxes. The news is crazy all the time. And now, you just can't wait for the next morning. You can't wait for that golden hour in the morning and at night. It just fills your heart and soul with just amazing love. God, I sound like a hippie, but it really is. It's just, it is amazing. And tell me the truth, guys out there that's listening to this live right now in the super chat. How amazing is it every time that you go up? Is it as amazing as your first day? Does it just make you feel amazing? I mean, tell us in the super chat. And JB, watch the super chat And I want to go through what people say about this. And Susan too, when you fly, how do you feel when you fly? When you get up there and you just feel the breeze and see that sunrise or sunset, look at everybody down below and realize how tiny we are in this world. And you have the opportunity to look down and just go, oh.
Well, I mean, as long as your lines haven't gone spaghetti, you know, or I mean, yes, most flights you're like that, but not all of them are carefree. There's also, I mean, there's neuroscience behind this with just what horizon leveling and different wavelengths of sunlight. There is a whole bunch of different aspects that all go into why paramotoring does what it does, right? And then it's the whole added benefits with when you are coming from a place where you've been beat down to the point where, you know, your self-confidence is at a zero. Just being able to run into the sky, you know, forget everything you're experiencing once you're flying. Once you actually are able to do the thing of doing what we shouldn't be able to do and to run into the air, what that does with starting to rebuild your confidence, all of those pieces are just as important. I've had a couple flights lately where, not to go down any religious bents, because representing the organization, we're definitely not a religious organization. I myself end up being a religious person often, but I've had a couple flights lately where just the way the sunshine has ended up on a church steeple at the most perfect timing with everything going on thought process wise. I mean, it's just like these little microseconds or even life-changing in and of themselves. And it's just, you never know what flight is going to be one of those amazing flights and which one, you know, is going to be the, oh my God, I should have listened to Scuba Steve. Why did I send it? I should have kept my feet on the ground.
Yeah, I know it is amazing, and it's not anything about, you know, religion or anything like that. It is a feeling that you just can't get as a ground dweller. Once you are a Skywalker, and this is not a Star Wars reference, but once you're up there and you are flying, you don't want to come back down. And when you come back down, every single moment you're looking at fields. Can I fly from that? You're looking over there, it's like, ooh, hay bales. I'd love to do the hay bale slalom. Your whole life is, I can't wait to get up in the air next. Am I right?
Well, and this is
So
where
right.
it breaks the cycle of all the rumination processes, all of the negative mental impacts of things with past life and, you know, trauma issues. Now you're constantly looking at what's the weather Thursday, what's the weather Wednesday, you know, oh, where am I going to fly? What's the weather going to be like at Purdon's on Friday night? It's going to be amazing, Sean. Get your butt up there.
I know. I hope
Friday
I'm
night
this
is
cold thing. I want to be there.
You ever had a
amazing.
flight like Susan? You ever had a flight where you took off and everything was fine, but by the time you landed, the weather wasn't so good?
Of course.
Okay.
Because
I had one of those. I mean, I took off and everything was fine. Then I saw that everybody landed and I was the only one in the air. It was a little bumpy, but when I tried to land, I was like, whoa, now I know why they landed. Yeah, it was bad.
yeah, so I had the opposite of that the other night where I went up first. Probably shouldn't have gone up. The weather, I was convinced it was going to dissipate. Instead, it built. So then we wound up with 4 people in the air after me. And while I'm trying to haul my butt back and get back to the LZ as opposed to landing at a soccer field, like I was evaluating all my options. And I'm like, the smart thing would be to just land. and get a ride, but I'm like, I think I can make it back to the LZ. Well, by the time I get back to the LZ, all these other people are launching, and I wasn't on comms with them at the time. But so I got on the ground as fast as I could, but now everyone else got stuck in a little bit of a gust front with a really bad storm system. And I was happy to see everyone get on the ground safely that night. Like, one person was trims all the way out on a Sirocco and was paraparked. My husband had to land like full throttle.
Wow.
Like Matt, and he lands and he's like, the only reason he pulled his landing off was because all the Kylo videos of how to fly in midday crazy air, right? So I was happy that I was the first on the ground, but to all the guys that followed me up, yeah, don't trust my weather analysis ever.
I got one for you, Sean.
Yeah.
And it might help Kevin also. So, you know, if you fly near water, obviously you want some type of flotation. If you're triking, that's one thing. But if you're foot launch, where would you recommend mounting like power floats, which is what I have? Because I literally have moved those things 5 times until I felt like I had it in a place I wanted to keep it. And the main reason why I tried to move them to my harness, but there's nothing to strap it to on the bottom. And I was like, I don't think the Velcro would hold once that thing inflates, and it would just rip the Velcro and then they'd be floating over and I'd be down in the water. So I end up moving it back to my cage, but like right beside my swing arms, but out far enough so that it won't get in the way.
First of all, having floats on your paramotor is awesome. I recommend that if you're going to be over water, obviously. Secondly, quick release harnesses, and Andrew Fuller can convert any harness into a quick release. That's just one pull and you're out. And when I go, not only do I have the floats, but I'll have one of these things on, and as soon as it touches water, it inflates. However, you probably want to be out of your harness, which is why quick release, Andrew Fuller, boom, you're out. You drop in, you're away from your paramotor. The paramotor stays afloat because of your floats, and you're safe. So that's what I do. That's what I recommend. How about the rest of you guys? Anybody fly over water, use floats or anything like that?
I've got something that I actually have been thinking about for a while now. Can you hear me okay? My internet connection's a little unstable.
Gotcha.
Okay. So I don't wear flotation devices because I don't fly over water. If I do, then of course I would. But how about this scenario? How about if you're in a situation where you have to deploy your reserve? And I'll bet you most paramotor pilots that have reserves don't have steerable reserves. So you're kind of at the mercy of where that where that parachute's going to, take you. So what if that happens to be the middle of a pond somewhere? So I'm kind of questioning myself now. I think maybe flotation device should be standard equipment.
Yes. One of the things too is that you can have yourself a reserve that's mounted on your paramotor. Just a standard reserve that comes down straight like a regular round or square. However, I have a Regarlo, which is a steerable that's chest mounted that I just hook on when I go fly. So that'd be my first line of defense, obviously, is to throw my steerable reserve if necessary. Another a very important key, though, to remember, the chances of you throwing a reserve are higher when you do acro, when you fly in weather that is probably not wise. For all the time that I've been flying, I've never been in a situation where I even remotely felt like I needed to throw a reserve. Have you thought like you needed to throw a reserve, Will? Is that what's been going on?
No, it's not that. And the most acro I do is maybe a barrel roll and some decent wing overs. But so if you had, let's just assume that you were in a situation where you had you had a round reserve, right, non-steerable, and you were getting into acro, would you suggest at that point that flotation you maybe would consider putting that on? Because if you do find yourself in the need to throw the laundry, you're at the mercy of where that thing's going to set you down. I don't know if I'm overthinking this or if I'm onto something either way, but what do you think?
If you're going to be over any type of if you're going to be doing, all right, this is what I personally believe. If you want to do acro, do it at SIV course. You have 2 reserve, you got flotation, you have a boat, you got jet skis, you got people around you knowing that you're doing something and you're on comms with somebody that knows acro. I'd say definitely do acro that way. What we do as paramotor pilots, we're low and slow. We're like, let's look around, let's enjoy ourselves and stuff like that. If you're into acro, that's kind of an offshoot of what we do as low and slow paramotor pilots. Most paramotor pilots are low and slow. However, you got the guys out there that love to do acro, but they're kind of off on another tangent. It's almost like being a motorcycle rider, right? We can ride motorcycles and have fun. However, you got the people that are doing wheelies at 100 miles an hour down the highway. They're kind of an offshoot of a motorcycle rider. So I don't think that a lot of people do a lot of acro. However, if you're going to be doing acro, do it at an SIV clinic, get really good at it. And remember, the difference between doing it free flight and with the motor is a big difference, because you're putting a lot more tension, a lot more stress on your lines. The first year that I was flying, and I'm going to make this note quick here, is 350 hours the first year, 2 different SIV courses, and that wing never went into the water, but it was unflyable. In 1 year, I had to get the lines redone and everything, because I stretched the lines out with all the acro I did. So after that, I'm a low and slow guy. I enjoy just flying. If I want to do any type of acro, I'll go back. Most SIV places are about $400 a day. $400 a day, go up and take all the acro stuff that you want to, get up to about 4,000 or 5,000 feet, acro yourself to death, have fun. But paramotors, we're kind of low and slow. What do you think? Am I wrong about that thought? What do you think?
No, I completely agree with you, and you're exactly right. The thing that really got me interested into this sport is the fact that I could make it as safe as I wanted to make it. And yes. So I'm completely agreeing with you there. The fact that, I mean, this really is the safest form of flight. Even if something happened to your motor, well, you're just going to float down. You're just going to float down, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely agree.
Yeah, just definitely, if you're going to do anything other than flying straight, enjoying your stuff, if you're going to do any acro, make sure that you got 1,000-foot deck. Get up at least 1,000 feet. Have at least 2 reserves. Know what you're doing. Take SIV clinics. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Jim?
I was wondering how, with the Aurora PPG, how many students you've or how many people you've helped train and get into the air.
Excellent question.
So right now, we haven't gotten anybody in the air yet. We have our first person that we're trying to get in the air, that we have all the funding in place for, that now it's just scheduling, logistics, family, kids, all that stuff with, and getting her first tandem so that she knows that, like many of us, you're not convinced. All the people that say that they have a fear of heights, but they don't have that when they're paramotoring. You hear all these people say that, right? Me too. Until you get that first tandem, you don't really believe everyone. So that has been one of my huge things, is getting her in the air on a tandem so that she is convinced and then gets the fire to get training scheduled. I've got an active wait list right now. I just shut down the scholarship application for 2023 because our wait list is deeper than we have pockets to fund at the moment. And then 2024, we'll get it opened up. Right now, because we're so new, we're doing everything on a rolling basis with people are applying, we're getting a wait list going, and then as funds are available, getting people hooked up with the right school and the right fit and the right teaching style. So
So she hasn't been in the air at all. So you don't know. You don't know if she's going to take a tandem flight and freak out and go, take me down, take me down. I mean,
so this is what happens with almost everyone at training is day one of training at majority of schools. They take everyone up on tandems. They hand you the brake toggles. They have you do oscillation control. They make sure, one, you're not going to freak out. Number two, you're teachable, right?
Right.
There's a few things as a student, whether you're scholarship funded or not, you have to go through the same process that every other student has to go through of, is this sport for me? Can I do it? Is the school going to actually train them? So that's
where is Aurora PPG located?
So I saw that question, and we are a national organization. We are not a school. We are all about community building, spreading the awareness of the sport, getting more women and girls in the air. And then our scholarship program is for people to train at other schools. We don't actually provide training, is we're helping get people up in the air. And then it's all about, with the community building, whether it is at other people's fly-ins, at our own fly-ins, online programming, female get-togethers, all of the things that we're getting the ball rolling on that end. That part is starting to be really fun to get out there and get representation at different air shows, to be having, you know, tables at Sun and Fun, Oshkosh, every place that we can get not just men representing the sport and having, you know, some of the girls looking at it going, I don't think I'm strong enough, or I don't think I can carry a paramotor on my back. All of the people that have tried my extremely light paramotor on, I have won some women over from trikes back to foot launch, because just not even knowing they could foot launch because they hadn't found a machine that was light enough, to even the 10-year-old girls that see all these guys flying. And then I'm like, I do that too. And then they kind of, to see their eyes, you know, just totally brighten up, and they're like, oh wait, girls can do paramotors, and to get all those aviation seeds planted young. We've bitten off a lot with our mission, from, you know, growing the sport with women to, you know, getting people in the air to community building. It's kind of the three-pronged approach.
I know, I'm sure people out there are already thinking, all right, so what kind of paramotor do you fly, and what wing do you fly?
So I'm flying a Fly Products Eclipse with the Atom 80. So at the time that I bought mine, it was running at like 38 pounds dry. I think they're advertising them at like 42 pounds dry right now. I swapped my harness out recently, and then did a weight test with everything on my back, and it's still coming in the same as it was with my other harness. So I'm happy with that. I have just upgraded to flying a Spider. So the Ozone Spider 3.
What size?
Which was part of what led me to make that bad decision at the field that one night, is because I had a brand new wing. And I wanted to fly that sucker.
What size Spider do you have?
I dropped down to a 22.
Wow.
So I had been, my mojo was a 26, which I could have been on a 24, but then I've lost a considerable amount of weight.
Congratulations.
So I went from the 26, instead of going down to the 24, I jumped down to the 22. I could have been crazy and gone to the 20, but I've got plenty of time to do that. So
Absolutely.
I'm happy. I'm really happy with the 22. I flew a buddy's Spider 26 for about a month while I was waiting for mine to come in. And I'm very happy to be more heavily weighted. The
Spider
difference
3 is it's a lighter weight wing, right? It's made with thinner material, so it comes up really easy.
it is.
It's the lighter version of the Roadster 3 from Ozone.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's what I thought the Spider 3 was. Okay.
So
But yeah, 22 probably would keep me
scholarships.
up in the air.
What do your scholarships cover for people who are to try and fly?
At the moment, our scholarships are very purposefully covering the cost of training only. So not room and board, not meals, not travel, just what the school training tuition would be. So whether it's, your 4,000 or your 2,500, it really depends on the student where they're training. And then so it's really targeted at people that they want to fly paramotors, and that additional scholarship is going to be the make or break difference that's going to allow them to be able to pursue the sport. But then it's also not giving them a hit, getting them addicted to something that they can't afford.
Beautiful.
And like making them very aware upfront the expenses and the costs associated with the sport. And then also, it's really being focused with that. And then very much, we are fans of the USPPA, and we want people to be training with USPPA rated instructors. And so we don't have it like limited to just a small network of schools. We work with people to find the school that's the best for them, whether that's the schedules, the location, timelines, course openings. There's a whole, myriad of things that go into that. But then it's also PPG 3. If somebody wants to do existing female pilot that's trying to do PPG 3 class, do progression, wants to do instructor seminar, we will take scholarship applications for more than just PPG 1 and 2. And right now we are focused on foot launch, but that may change going forward.
Well, that's nice that your scholarships are out there to help people progress even further beyond the level that they're at. Gives them a greater opportunity, and those people are already invested in the sport and part of it. So that's
and we want to grow more women competition wise. We want to grow more women role model wise. We want more women instructors, the whole gamut. So supporting people any way we can. And like, how many people can you train with, like how many PPG 3 class tuitions can you pay compared to, one PPG 1 or 2? It's all about resources and influxes of money and donations, and then matching all that stuff up with scholarship applicants.
Definitely amazing. Definitely amazing. JB, the question that we asked earlier and the answers, could you let us know?
All right, well, we got Bill H. that he had to say was it's fantastic. Mad Sloper said it's amazing to be up there in the air. Kramer said that she feels like the problems are not as big and expensive and huge. Whoops, I copied and pasted that one wrong. That's my bad, guys. And then I think that's all that really posted that. But I know flying from Mango Jade up there a little ways, she wanted to know how the Aurora fly-in went.
I want to know too.
Yeah, we all do.
Well, thanks to people like Jade and Eric and Savannah that came from Wisconsin. And so we had people from Florida to Maine covering the entire East Coast. We had the Texas, South Dakota, Wisconsin, Tennessee, Virginia, North Carolina. We had people come from all over the place. We ended up with 70 pilots. And this is where so much of the community building is just amazing, because there were women pilots flying near other women pilots that didn't know the other people even existed. And to get everybody together and have just so much of the network building was really fun. And then to push all these women, a bunch of us, past some of our perceived boundaries and to do a couple things we might not have done otherwise we did this wonderful duck drop competition where people had to fly to other sites and intentionally land out to get more ducks to bring back for this duck drop. And we split up the prizes into a male and female, which then encouraged some women to do it that wouldn't have considered doing it otherwise. So we had people, flying out in the morning and evening and landing out that had never purposefully landed out before, and getting to fly back. And just the scenery and getting to fly at Jersey Shore, that was incredible. But when all is said and done, we should be over $1,500 profit wise, which isn't profit. That's money that then goes back into the organization, which for the first year, our goal was so very much just to break even. And running an event, covering your expenses, covering porta potties, covering all of the little things was really this year it was about getting people together, having fun, doing everything we could to break even. So the fact that we came out ahead with having kept the costs so low as well, we kept the pilot fee super low because we had kept the costs low. So then we in turn had some people making donations. It was great having so many people together and to get 70 pilots for year number one when we didn't even think site-wise.
14-year-old that flew the ultralight like across a couple of states to get over there? Was that Oshkosh?
That was for Oshkosh.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I didn't get to meet her at Oshkosh, but I watched a bunch of her videos here after.
That was pretty cool to see
Oshkosh. That was cool.
Was this this was your very first fly-in, right, Susan?
Yes.
So what was the most challenging thing of putting a fly-in together? What would you consider the most challenging?
The most challenging for probably everyone else was having to work with me.
I don't believe that.
I hold a pretty high standard for myself, and I was a little bit frustrated that I did not have an emergency plan in place for what happens if you get a tornado. We had some really nasty weather come through Saturday night, and all I could do was take the approach of I have to trust everyone to be an adult and for everyone to be responsible for their own camper and for everyone to make their own decisions on what they're going to do, because we had some horrible air come in, horrible storm. Thank goodness, growing up in the Midwest, I had decided where my spot was going to be, that I was going to be laying down next to a the most sturdy building in a low-lying area and not be in my teardrop trailer. You know, it's like, what am I going to do when there's actually a tornado? Not having an emergency plan in place and not already having all of my communications and action plans, you know, in a binder ready to go.
No, I don't know. I tell you, I have never experienced tornadoes. I don't know what, especially if I was in a camper, I don't know what I would do.
Well, I mean, this is where the same thing as if you're driving down the road, are you going to find the best ditch to go lay down in away? So we're at a small private airport where there's, you know, a lot of old, there might be a hangar with a really sketchy metal roof that might be ripped right off. You know, you don't want to be too close to the wrong places. So that was fun. We did have an incident where Josh McGee may have had his hand in a prop. I may have had to call 911. That was a fun moment there.
Oh, no.
Don't want to do that again.
How's he doing?
So yeah, the good and the bad. He ended up just with stitches.
Good.
So yeah.
Was there USPPA representation there?
Yes, of course.
Good.
Don't tell me he ground started or something like that. Right?
No.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into some of that.
Things happen.
But no, it was great. Next year, if we can do it at the same location again, things will look a little bit different because I mean, this year, seriously, it was bare bones doing things as cheap as we could because we really were just trying to break even. So, and a lot of unexpected things like we didn't think we were going to be able to get this one area of grass mowed down to where it was, where we could have fit a lot more campers and we would have had a lot more people come. Had we known we could have fit more people, which would have been even more interesting because then the resources with planning for things like porta potties and all of that would have ended up being overblown.
Had you organized something like this before? Not a fly-in, but some kind of a big event like this before?
I spent 25-year career in higher ed administration. So working everywhere from University of Minnesota to most recently Duke University. And even though I was not in event management per se, within higher ed and the budgets that we have, when it comes to an event, whether it's graduation, open house, the data analysts, the applications analysts, the computer people are even putting in time volunteering. Volunteering, using that term loosely with higher ed because yeah, it's graduation, everyone's all hands on deck in order to pull off things like a Duke graduation. Everyone, you know, helps out. But it's really, I'm all about making lists and being task oriented and checking off all the boxes. So Mad Sloper just asked, how come fly-ins don't have EMS on the premises? So this is where, when you compare costs with something like our first annual fly-in versus Bad Apples, Bad Apples has a little bit different price tag with pilot fees, right? But they also have a lot of different things on site, but they also have 300 pilots necessitating that. At our fly-in, we didn't have EMS on the premises, but the local EMS all knew what we had going on at the airport that weekend. Everybody, it's not that they were on call because I mean they're EMS, but They had all been communicated with and forewarned. But whether we were going to have 30 or 50 people, I don't think we anticipated that we were going to have 70. I would think any fly-in, once you get over 100, and then it depends really on the size of the space too, and how dispersed everybody is, like how organized you get with things like having your air bosses to the degree that Bad Apples does. There's a lot of different ways to approach it.
So just curious, did you ask or did you find out what does it cost to have an EMS on premise per hour? Is there a cost that you know of that is associated with that?
So we didn't go down that road at all this year. It would really, I mean, that was not something that we even
to have like a cop somewhere for a few hours is like $120. I can't even imagine how much it would be to keep EMS out there for like most of the day. That'd be pretty expensive.
Really,
It's usually what their overtime rate is. Whatever
and a
their
lot
overtime.
Oh, with their overtime, yeah.
some people will contract with an event, management place that goes and supplies people that work, a lot of the big music festivals, different Onewheel festivals. You'll have things where people will go and contract out for those services. We have
being a nonprofit, would it be possible to find EMS volunteers that would just be there to help you out?
Depends on the different liability issues, and that's opening up a whole nother can of worms. And then even with anything with a nonprofit, the minute you have people volunteering with the nonprofit, there's a whole host of things that enter into play with that too, from applications, requirements, background checking, and then having all your liability stuff in play with covering those people under the organization.
Sounds pretty interesting. Now, when did you actually incorporate your nonprofit? When was that? Was it this year or last year? When did you start this?
So we incorporated in February of 2022, but we did not even announce our existence per se publicly to the community until September 1st last year. So we're just under 12 months of actually sharing with all of you guys what we were up to behind the scenes.
Gotcha. So let's say that we got some people out there that are listening to this and they want to donate to you. How would we go ahead and donate to Aurora PPG?
I would hit the aurorappg.org website and then click on the old donate in the navigation.
Okay, so aurorappg.org. Find the donation button and donate to this amazing cause. It is 8 o'clock. We're not going anywhere. We're just going to spin the wheel because we got some stickers and stuff that we want to give out. And I don't know, Will, how much time do we have for you today? And also, Susan, I didn't ask you, how long do we have you tonight?
I'm here.
Gotcha. Will, how long we got you for tonight? And if you're here, you need to make sure that you're off of mute.
You got me for another 15 minutes. I got relatives that I need to, I guess, continue visiting.
Excellent. So let's go ahead and spin the spinny wheel real quick, and that way we can get Will out of here and get to relatives and stuff like that. Finish up our amazing interview with Susan Ray and Aurora PPG tonight. So we are going to be spinning the wheel. Spinning the wheel. Are we spinning Will tonight? Are we just going to spin you around and around?
You might as well. What the heck?
Might as well. And tonight, Will is going to be giving away stickers. JB is going to give away a sticker pack from jbppg.com. So make sure you go over to jbppg.com, create that free account, because that's how he's going to be sending out your free stickers. And who else is giving away something? Susan Ray, you're going to be giving away your stickers from what, Aurora PPG also?
Yes, sir.
Excelente. So we got 3 spins. Who wants to give away the stickers first? Who wants to give away stickers first? Susan Ray is raising her hand. All right, Susan Ray, go ahead and tell us more about what you're doing, what the stickers represent, and how people can go over there and get stickers. I assume that we can go there and buy stickers from your website also.
Let's see if I still have them up or not. So our stickers are just the OG logo right now. If I have flying stickers left, I would throw one of those in with the sticker. I think because I brought so many stickers places lately. Yes, my holographic ones are gone. It's just the standard die cut logo sticker right now. And on the merchandise tab of the website, people can order those and I'll mail them to them.
So excellent, guys. So, you don't have to win tonight on the spinning wheel to get these stickers. Make sure you go to aurorappg.org and pick yourself up some stickers. Matter of fact, pick yourself up a lot of stickers and give them away to other people in the community. Let's go ahead and say hi to everybody on the spinny wheel. Linda, are you ready for your job?
Yes.
All right.
Sure. Welcome, chatters. Thank you for being with us tonight. We'll go through this really quick so we get everybody going. We got Bill H in the house, Kramer, Greg Laney, Semperfly, PPG, Nick J, Aurora PPG, the other Nick, Dewey's Milstead, James, Matt Sloper, Flying Flamingo, Lovely Jade, Travis DuPont, John Wayne Cowboy in the house, Paramotor Steve, and we got Toilet Bowl of Food. And that's funny. And Craig B are all in the chat. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, Toilet Bowl Food. I don't think I've seen you here before, so definitely welcome.
All right, you ready?
All right, let's go ahead and mix and shuffle and spin this spinny wheel. So tell us a little bit more about what's on the aurorappg.org website, please. As we're spinning the spinny wheel, Susan.
What is on the website?
Yeah, what can we do on the website? We can donate, we can get stickers. What else can we do as we navigate Aurora PPG?
You can read about our board members, our current board members. You can check in. We've got a little starter photo gallery going on the fly-in page. Our newsletter, volume 1, issue 1 is up there, and that's going to be a quarterly thing coming out. We have a winner.
Well, that was quick. I didn't even hear the thing spin or anything.
I didn't either.
You did.
Wow. Did you have it like on 1 second?
No, congratulations, Travis DuPont. You are the winner. Go ahead. I'm going to. So that was the first spin. While she's talking, I'm gonna reset the wheel.
Okay. So Travis won the stickers. So Susan, how does Travis get up with you to receive this winning sticker?
Travis actually has some of her stickers, so he asked that you respin.
All right, Travis, that's awesome, buddy. Thank you so much, man. So is that like a donation to Aurora? That's pretty. That kind of is a donation. That's pretty cool. So make sure that you guys go over to aurorappg.org, help out Susan Ray and this amazing nonprofit that she is doing and helping so many people out there. And
subscribe to our newsletter if you want to get the next volume 1, issue 2 however that numbering goes on the newsletter. If you want the next newsletter sent to you automatically, as opposed to having to keep an eye out for it, just hit the subscribe, which is on the bottom of most of the pages.
Excellent. Well, you ready
ready?
to? Yes, yes, sir.
All right, let's do her again. And I don't know which one of these it is. Give me a second. Keep talking.
Okay, because we don't see it up on here yet, so I don't know if you know that or not, but we don't see the spinning
Yeah.
wheel. There we go.
You see it now.
What's up, my parafam?
See it.
Gotcha. Who's talking? Who's out there?
Mike.
Mike, what's up, buddy? Haven't seen you in like forever and a day, man.
I know it's been a while. What's going on, guys?
Glad you finally made it.
Yeah, I have school on Monday mornings now instead of Monday nights.
Excellent. We'll be able to see you more often. So we're
Sir.
spinning the spinny wheel. Who's gonna win, guys?
Here we go.
Who's gonna win? Is it Tollable? Tollable Fool's probably gonna win. You know,
I'm gonna
new
guess
people
wrong.
always come over here and win. Or is that somebody that we already know, but they changed their name?
I know, right?
I don't know.
It's gonna be Semperfly.
Bill H, because he always wins. Travis will probably win again because you know it's rigged for Travis. Flying Flamingo Jade, she always wins too.
Matt Sloper.
I
James,
never win.
Nick. Well, you're not on the spinny wheel. See, you're on the show, so you already won.
Congratulations. Oh, it's gonna be close.
The other Nick?
Oh, the other Nick, it looks like it's gonna be.
What? PPG the other Nick? Now is this PPG the other Nick or is this the other
Yes, it's
Nick?
one and the same.
Okay, because without the PPG the other Nick is like, wait a minute, you changed your name again.
Yeah.
Yay.
Congratulations.
PPG the other Nick is one. Woot woot. Nick, are you going to be going to any of these fly-ins that are coming up here? Dave Purdens or EFD? Let us know in the super chat. Now, how are we going to get PPG the other Nick these amazing stickers, Susan?
Have him email me.
Okay. What's the email? Or is it on the website?
Is Susan at aurorappg.org.
AuroraPPG.org. Susan at AuroraPPG.org. So if we want to learn more about your organization, how we can volunteer, what we can do, we can just email you at Susan at AuroraPPG.org for any questions whatsoever. Is that correct? Or do you have somebody that takes care of all your influx of emails?
If you send it to info@aurorappg.org, that would also work, but you're going to get the same answer. It's still going to be me.
Gotcha. One and the same. Congratulations, PPG the other Nick. Awesome. All right. Woohoo! Woot woot woot. All right. Who wants to give away the stickers next? JB, Will, who wants to go next?
I'll get mine next.
All right. So as we spin the wheel, Will Fly, tell us a little bit about your stickers, what you do, and obviously your website URLs.
Yeah, so I like to fly paramotors and make videos about it and give little tips and tricks as I learn them along the way. You can find me online at willflyppg.com or on YouTube. Just search for Will Fly. And 11.0 of Just the Tip just dropped last week, I think. So check it out. 12.0 is soon to come.
Excellent. Make sure you tag Paramotor Arkansas, Run Into the Sky, Sean Simons, all that stuff. Post it on my website, post it on my Facebook, anywhere that you want to post your videos. And this goes for everybody on the panel. You know, post your stuff out there. You know, let me help you, you know, spread the word for sure. And thank you, Will Fly, for all the stuff that you do behind the scenes. You know, you are not Run to the Sky treasurer. So we thank you for everything you do behind the scenes. You are over at your families, but you're doing this for us. So thank you very much for doing that. You've run the spinny wheel of winning things. and you're giving away stickers. So thank you for everything you do for us and the sport.
Time well spent. I'm glad to do it. You ready to
Absolutely.
spin?
Spin, 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 buddy.
Here we go. Who's it going to be this time?
I post all my videos, good or bad, because I mean, if anything, somebody could learn something from, you know, any kind of mistakes that you may have done. So I don't like just post all my good flights. I post all the screw ups too. When I get them on camera, they're going on YouTube. I don't care.
And you can definitely, when you post them on YouTube, put the link on my Facebook wall. You know,
Oh, okay.
definitely. You know, let me help you get things out there. I got a couple of subscribers here and there, not a whole bunch. I mean, there's people out there with a lot more subscribers than me, but I'll help you out the best I can. It goes for everybody. If you're friends with me on Facebook, post your flights on my Facebook. Nick J, boy, this is a Nick night, isn't it? Nick. Nickelodeon.
Oh,
Tolbo so close, but Nick got it. Congratulations,
Oh.
Nick J.
Right on, Nick J. I think I'm going to see you at the fly-in coming up at Purdon's. And if it's the same Nick J, he's a cool dude. And yeah, looking forward to seeing you, man. So I can just give you the stickers there. How's that
Still some Will Fly stickers for me, Nick.
sound?
I want to post them on the expressway where Will doesn't have any.
Okay. Put them
Yeah,
on
Will-
the what do you call it? The mile markers.
There you
Yeah.
go.
That's
Will
funny.
sent me a bunch of stickers to give away. However, they've been misplaced, you know, with the new Run to the Sky school and all the moving around stuff. I will find them, and once I do, we'll start giving away those. We also got some other stickers that people have sent me that are around here somewhere. I'm sorry, guys, but as soon as the school is up and running and we're able to be a little bit more organized, we'll definitely be able to send out more stickers. So thank you, everybody that sent stickers to me to give out. I will eventually give them out. I promise. I will.
So I saw you got the walls up for the school. Do you got power in there yet? What do you got going on?
No, we're going to be running electric, and then we're going to be putting in the bathroom and the bathroom walls, and then the walls on the inside, hopefully in the next week or so.
Oh, cool.
Yep. We're working as hard as we can. I mean,
Oh no, it's coming along great. I was just wondering what part you was at.
oh,
Thanks,
man.
Steve. He's a slave master. He's like, get the show on the road. What's
Get it done, man. The damn eclipse is coming.
Oh, it will definitely be done by the eclipse. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
I mean,
that's right. Yeah.
April 8th of next year, we will for sure. And sometime this year, we're going to have our first annual fly-in. And next year, for sure, it's going to be the April 8th area that we're going to have our second annual fly-in. So just stay tuned. We're working our little bum off to make this happen, to get disabled veterans and disabled people, you know, adaptive flying machines if necessary, training, and all that fun stuff. So
Here's
we're
an
working-
important question.
Yeah.
What time of day is that eclipse supposed to happen?
It's going to happen when the moon goes over the sun.
Really?
Yep, that's it. No, I don't know the actual time yet, but it's going to be pretty cool.
I'll tell you, April 8th sounds like it's a long way away, but it'll come here. It'll get here quick.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's going to be a blink of an eye. I mean, we're going to blink an eye. It's going to be Thanksgiving. You know, it's going to be, you know, trick or treat. It's going to be Christmas, New Year's. You know, we're going to have our New Year's resolutions, Valentine's. You know, this is flying. It's going to be summertime. It's like, what the hell just happened to this last year?
Are we doing a Labor Day show?
You're supposed to work the day, so yeah, probably. Why not?
I'm just wondering. I mean, it's coming the next Monday. It'll be Labor Day.
We don't have any guests, do we, Linda, on Labor Day?
Nope, nobody lined up for Labor Day. I kind of just kept that open.
Okay, so we'll probably do a show, but we're probably not going to have a guest. So we'll interview our candidates. We got Will Fly, and we got a new student coming in tomorrow, disabled vet. So this will be pretty good to be able to do, maybe you know, talk to them about their training, what they've done, and what they think about everything. So maybe we could do that.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Why not?
You,
All right.
you guys want to do a thumbnail?
We got one more spin to do, and after the spin,
Okay.
we'll do a thumbnail
Okay.
because we need to get Will back to his family.
Yes.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
definitely been 15 minutes.
I'm so sorry. All right, JB from JB PPG, tell us a little bit about the sticker pack that you got going on, and what you do for us as through the Run the Sky nonprofit as we're spinning the spinning wheel. So we'll
Right.
spin the spinning wheel, and JB, let us know what's going on, bud.
All right, so what I'm giving away is the first ever to go out the door. It'll be the JB PPG sticker pack. There's 8 different varieties of stickers. It's got a whole bunch of goodies in it.
Alex, you have to type in chat before they spin the wheel to get added to the wheel.
Oh no, who is that?
Alex Robinson said, I'm not on the wheel.
Oh no, Alex, don't worry about that, buddy. I tell you what, text me 501-747-3558. I'll give you my number here in just a minute again. And text me your name and address, and I'll send you some Run to the Sky stickers, buddy. Don't worry about it. We'll hook you
There
up, bro.
you go.
Once again, my phone number is 501-747-3558. That is Run to the Sky's phone
Is
number.
toilet bowl food gonna
Holy crap, toilet bowl got it. I know it. Congratulations, toilet bowl. I don't know what that is. What is
My
it?
toilet-
I don't know if it's a real person or not, but I like hearing you guys say the words.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
man. So
Stack high in transit.
So in other words, to make this easy, because it's toilet bowl food, right? I'll just have him text me his information instead of logging into jbppg.com, because I have no clue who that would be. So just give me a text at 309-255-8936.
absolutely. If you are listening to this after the fact it's been live, and you're listening to us on paratalk.org, and that's where all of our audio podcasts go, don't worry. If you want to get some stickers, just text me at 501-747-3558. If you don't have a cell phone because you live in the 80s, just email us at ppggrandpa@gmail.com. But wait a minute, you got to be in this era, so text me or email me. We'll hook you up with some stickers. Will Fly, I know that you got to go, buddy. Thank you so much for everything that you do for us here behind the scenes, for nonprofits, for our sport. We definitely appreciate you, buddy. Go have some fun with your family.
Yeah, get some Purdon video of
All
you
right,
flying.
go ahead. Here's a quick thumbnail.
Thumbnail. There we go.
All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. We got it. You all have a great night. It's been a
Thanks,
pleasure.
Will.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Will. We appreciate you, buddy.
Night.
Excellent. Susan Ray, man, I tell you, I am so impressed with what you're doing and your first annual fly-in over at aurorappg.org. Next year, you say that you're not going to have it at the same place. Is that correct? Or you are trying to have it the same place?
We don't know for sure yet.
Okay.
Originally, we were not going to, because we didn't think it was going to be able to hold enough people. But now that we've got a couple different things there, it looks like it wouldn't limit us the way we thought. So we just got to work out a few things to make it happen.
You just got to move it closer to Illinois.
Well, so this is part of my problem is, as a national organization, at one point I was looking at moving the fly-in around throughout, one year to the next, so that the West Coast people, the Midwest people being able to move it would be helpful, but having it in a consistent location, and then just the links that so many people were willing to travel to support the organization was so ridiculous. Some of you in the chat know who you are. Like flying in from Wisconsin with fixator metal on their foot, flying commercial. Yeah, it's gonna turn out to be such an amazing place. And then also the local connections and the community there supporting us having it the deals and the things that we can get by having the community connections, I think it might end up becoming so near and dear to our hearts to have it there, we might be afraid to move it. So
Yeah, I understand. And definitely a shout out to Flying Flamingo Jade over at paramotorgirl.com. She does do a wonderful podcast on Fridays at paramotorgirl.com. I'm sorry. Wednesdays. I'm on some serious medication. I apologize for that. I don't know what my name is. I think it's Grandpa, but who knows? But yeah, Flying Flamingo Jade, definitely shout out to her. She's started off her podcast to help women to get more into the sport. You're into the sport, starting the nonprofit. You guys are doing really amazing, helping more people get into the sport and understand that, you know, an 80cc motor is not that heavy. Guess who also flies an Atom 80? Yes, Grandpa does, because I like how light that is. It's great. I put it on my back. I'm like, oh man, I can walk around all day with this thing.
Yeah, it's so much lighter.
the fuel economy. But even when you take the Eclipse, even compared to, you know, like a Maverick, you can keep whittling away at those pounds.
I'm kind of worried about next year with the fly-ins, because I'd say in the last 2 years, just the amount of pilots that have trained in, 2022, 2023. So 2024 is going to have a lot more people show up for the fly-ins, because it just seems like training has been going crazy and a lot more people have been showing up. It's going to be packed.
Yeah, I had a friend ask me about, how's the flying at EFD when you go? I said, it's really not that as bad as you think. There's plenty of room in the sky.
EFD is great.
I've only been to the Bad Apples, haven't been to EFD. I'm going to try to get to Endless Foot Drag this year. It's only about 5 hours away. I've already blocked it off on Paramotor Arkansas and Run to the Sky that students that are here during that time, we're going to take a trip to EFD 100%. We're not going to stay here this year again. I can't go another year without going to fly-ins. And it's not about the flying, right, Susan? It's not about the flying going to this. It's about connecting with other people, with other pilots, networking, because that right there is the heart and soul of what we do in this sport.
With EFD, I love so much how the community all gets involved. Last year they even Pizza Hut even put a big Target out in their side lot for us to land in. If you landed in it, you got 10% off your pizza.
What?
That's cool.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Hey Susan, I was wondering about the Minimot. Have you had an opportunity to fly that? And do you know how it compares to an Atom 80 with the frame that you fly?
So if I was 50 pounds lighter, I would entertain flying that. But
you are skin and bones.
No, I am not.
The camera takes away 10 pounds.
It does, especially with my settings. The Minimot, so like right now, I wouldn't entertain test flying any other paramotor because I've don't have enough flights under my belt. So
how many flights do we have under our belt? About
128.
That's a good amount of flights. And
for some people.
Is so real quick, just so I know, have you done any triking at all, or has this all been foot launch?
Oh, 100% foot launch. Foot launch,
and all on the same frame, right?
I did 2 flights on Parajet, and then I've been Fly Products since flight 3.
Okay.
I understand your pain.
I will fly other wings now, and I will test fly even, a buddy's wing without fear of destroying it or something. But because my landings are a complete crapshoot, and I go through hills and valleys with the quality of my landings, flying a different paramotor is not in my expense budget at the moment.
Gotcha. If you ever want to fly different machines, just come over. We have a bunch of school machines. You're more than welcome to fly different wings and different machines.
You haven't seen me land.
Um,
You might not want to say that.
we have really nice soft grass.
Susan, what I want to know is, have you ever flown Moster 185?
No.
Oh, so you don't even know the difference as far as weight goes and how long it would take you to get in the air. Does it
Well,
take
no.
you far?
What I know
without-
is that my ankles and my knees, in order for me to be the stubborn foot launcher that I am,
Mhm.
and the I refuse to fly trike person that I am, I have to fly the lightest equipment I can.
I got you.
Why
Which is-
why do you not want to fly trikes?
We're still live. We're not going to get into that.
Oh, okay. I personally like to be able to fly trikes and foot launch. I do predominantly love foot launch. That is my favorite. However, when I can bolt on a light trike to my foot launch machine and go to any of these fly-ins where you have to like trek to the other side because the wind is going the wrong way, where I can't just, set up right here and go. I have to go to the other side of the field. I like to just drive myself all the way over there, and unbolt it, go fly foot launch, land over there by my trike, bolt the thing back on, boop, boop, and trike my little self right back over to my little thing across the thing. So trikes are great. You have to fly trikes to really enjoy it.
When your paramotor only weighs 38 pounds, you can walk it a mile and go
Really,
fly.
you're stronger
Yeah.
than Grandpa. You are much stronger than Grandpa. I don't
Need to
like.
get you
Yeah.
one wheel there, Sean.
Well, I
The segue here.
got segways,
Yeah.
but it.
Oh yeah, you do. Yeah, I forgot you got Segway.
I got
You got
segways.
You got the old school one with the handle, or you got the one that goes in between your legs?
I got the 9 bots.
Okay.
Bought 4 of them so far. Probably gonna buy some more because I can buy 4 of them for the price of one wheel.
One wheel.
Yeah, what are they going for? Like $500?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I looked
I
at
seen
them,
that
and the weight
after.
limit is 220. I weigh more than 220.
So do I, and I carry my motors on the back. I put about 350 on these machines, and they still work fine.
Really?
I
Yeah,
think
that's the
I've
reason I
got-
didn't buy one, because I was like, it says the weight limit is 220, so I don't know. Do you have a 9-bot S, or is it just the normal?
I got two of the regular ones, and I got 2 of the S's. They both actually, I like the regular ones better because they hold up better. They feel more solid than the bigger ones, believe it or not.
Huh.
But
Okay.
yeah, I
Yeah.
get on there at 230 and I put my paramotor on that has 30 pounds of gas plus whatever the paramotor weighs, plus my wing, tool around, no problem.
Nice.
Yeah. Now you're a one-wheel grandma, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
So tell us a little about that one-wheel grandma thing. That's really awesome.
So I love one wheels. Really, the one wheel community is very similar to the paramotor community, that you buy this thing, you didn't know you were going to be making, 5,000 new friends when you got into it. And then before you know it, you're, looking at the weather, trying to figure out how you're going to hit some very specific mountain bike trails on the one wheel before Saturday in order to get enough points in the underground race circuit in Virginia that ends this week.
What? Wait a minute. I got
And-
the 9-bots because it's just transportation. Sounds
So,
like
yeah, no.
wheels are more than transportation.
So within the one wheels, we have different styles of riding, different types of riding, different types of competition. And then even within the trail riders and the trail racing, we have different leagues and different rules and different point systems and a whole bunch of different things. So
What part of Virginia is that in? Because I live in Virginia. I'm just wondering.
So there is an underground circuit that's a nationwide thing that has different states and different cities have circuits that are all go into this nationwide system. So Virginia just happens to have a circuit that is open still this week that closes on Saturday that I'm still chasing a few more points on. So I'm not happy with the rain this week.
So you have to get miles, or what do you have to do to win these points and stuff? It sounds really intriguing. I might have to get. I might have. Oh darn it! You're gonna get me to buy one of these damn Onewheels.
You need a Onewheel.
Yeah, when I bought
got
one, I found out that they got the Reglate, the Onewheel Reglate Racing League. Excuse me, I can't talk, but I'll let her finish. She knows more about it than me.
Well, you've got
so she's gonna be
racing.
a one-wheel grandma, and I'm gonna be a one-wheel grandpa. Holy crap! You're gonna.
So head-to-head racing is a whole different beast than if you're out on a trail just doing racing against time on an app, for example. Like doing a head-to-head race on a mountain bike trail on a mountain that you have to take a chairlift up on. That's when things get, crazier than flying paramotors.
Have you seen the float wheel?
Yeah.
What?
I've
been missing something apparently. This Onewheel sounds really intriguing. I need more information.
You need a full face helmet, you need body armor.
Yeah.
Just on Saturday, I was very happy that I did not have my fall alerts turned on my watch because I had a bit of an incident near Lynchburg. And I was just like, please do not contact my husband. No, no, no.
I had that when I landed my paramotor. My watch came. Yeah. It seems like you've taken a bad fall. Do we need to call 911? I'm like, really?
This is why mine is off. Is I don't need my watch to be telling my husband every time I landed, because that's what Gaggle's for.
Yeah. My mother calls me usually, like she'll watch. I'm on Life 360 with her, so she'll call me almost like right as I land. She's like, I saw you going from like 17 miles an hour to 0 in like 2 seconds. And I'm like, yes. It's lag, Mom, and I'm fine. I'm safe. I'm on the ground. It's like as soon as I land, she called me one day. I'm like, come on, give me a break.
Definitely a shout out to the Gaggle app people, all the people that have been working on the Gaggle app. When I first came out, it was but now it is the premier, the only one to have. If you're going to be flying a paramotor, download Gaggle app, and it is absolutely amazing. I shout out to you guys, absolutely freaking amazing.
Yeah, they the messaging system in there, if you upgrade to Adventurer, I was like, there's not a badge or anything to let you know if you have a message, and they instantly was like, oh yeah, I'll have the team look at it. I know now if I got a message, it'll put a little red dot up there if you have a message. So you can message other pilots and say, hey, blah, 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 I'm going to be flying over here. You want to come or something? It's pretty cool because you can actually talk to other pilots now, which I like.
So with the fly-in, we had a Gaggle group for the fly-in. We had QR codes at the fly-in where people could go directly to join the Gaggle group, get the open air file of the no-fly zones and the spaces that were part of the pilot debriefing. People could download that, and we had the navigation for how to upload that up into their Gaggle, so that people that were into Gaggle as much as some of us could choose to go all in and have even the other LZs for landing out for a little competition, have those in there as a route for the fly-in group. Gaggle was very helpful.
So it's pretty awesome. However, it's starting to get expensive. Wouldn't anybody who is currently signing up, I don't know if you've noticed, but it's getting very expensive.
For what? For Gaggle? I signed up for the year thing. I mean, I love to support these guys. These guys are amazing. So I the year thing.
I'm still on the free version. Been wanting to upgrade.
I'm I think $9 every 6 months or something like that. Ooh. So it's not so bad, but it is more like $20 a month now.
Well, one thing I know that they encountered was the cost of the web service space that was being consumed as more and more people were using it. and like replaying flights and some of the features that are server usage intensive, the cost just for them to break even and to not be going into the hole, they had to go and increase the price for the new people because just how much money they were spending on web server space.
What if I'm not new and I've been the free version? I guess as soon as I hit the buy version, it's still going to be the same price, I'm guessing, as everybody else.
I know when I upgraded, they said that whatever time I had left, they'd refund that back to me. So if you were already like the mid-grade tier, like Jim is, if you buy the Adventurer, they'll refund you whatever amount of subscription you have left. And then you just, because it's like what, 60 or 70 a year. I think it's worth it because it'll tell you weather and all kinds of flight sites, and you can message all the other pilots, which is nice.
Yeah,
The number
100%.
the number of times it saved my life.
Yes.
Has
Yes, with
made-
airplanes and
Yep.
different things that are flying through, right, Susan?
Oh, I've had a helicopter come flying through 300 feet off the ground at RLZ, like flying right through the middle of it as I was on climb out from a launch.
Wow.
And if not for a gaggle, and I mean the helicopter 300 feet off the ground right between my husband and I, and the gaggle alert is what saved me with that one.
That has saved me also. 100%. It is worth every dime. I don't care if I have to pay $100 a year. It's worth every single penny because it shows you your airspace. You can talk to other pilots. If there's any other airplanes out there with ADS-B out and as part of that service, it will let you know where it is, where it's going, what altitude, way in advance before you can even possibly see it. It said that as recently it said you got a helicopter at 700 feet. I'm like, holy crap, I'm at 700 feet, right? So I dropped down, and not but 5 minutes later, brrr, there it goes. Right directly where I was flying. So yes, it has been
Nice.
a lifesaver.
Yeah, that saved you a bad encounter right there.
Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I recently learned at Oshkosh how to link your flights with other pilots when you're flying with them. That was something new I found out about it. I didn't realize. So that was cool.
Well, the crop dusters around here don't seem to show up. And
Yeah, they probably
I
don't
don't
have
think
that.
they have ADS-B. They
Yeah,
don't
gotta
have
be.
that.
There's still, you got to remember, there's still pilots out there that aren't required to have it as far as airplanes go.
And isn't
I don't know about helicopters.
And isn't the aren't those light sports? So they're just under the light sports or the sports pilot license, which is different than your PPO. And I don't think that they have to have an ADS-B out, right?
You're correct, I do
Dusters,
believe.
they'd be commercial.
Well, no matter what, we have to keep our
Well, I
head
think
on a swivel, but
Yeah.
it's like even the other night I was coming in to land at an airport and my husband had aviation radio running. I did not. But for me to be able to pull up Gaggle and to be able to be seeing, even without any audio alerts from Gaggle, to know how many airplanes, are in the vicinity, where are they at? Is anybody, sitting on the ramp getting ready to take off? By the time my husband was telling me there's a guy that just, is getting ready to launch, I already knew that the guy was getting ready to launch because I was watching him on Gaggle.
Nice.
So it's like just being able to go and change our pattern coming into the airport to make sure that because we're so slow, that he had plenty of time for us to not be in his way.
Now,
And
does Gaggle report our location back to the other airplanes or helicopters?
No,
Going us to them.
I don't.
there's a Safe Sky integration. So say they're running for flight and they have the integration turned on, they will actually see us. And you can go into Gaggle, and this is where on Gaggle, to all of you guys, if I'm flying with you, you'll see me as Onewheel Grandma. But on ForeFlight or somebody that has their Safe Sky integration turned on, I do not show up as that. I have a different call sign. When if you go into your settings and you go into the integration stuff, you can change what your outbound information is that shows up in their stuff. So I just have a different call sign. We won't even say what it is because it's like, do I want every airplane pilot to know what my social media is, or for the FAA to be able to find me as easily? Not necessarily. Not that I would ever do anything wrong, but
right. But it is nice that we finally have something that's very close to ADSB out, which other airplanes have, which is the whole thing that so you have ADSB in, right? And that's where we can see other pilots, right? ADSB out is when we broadcast where we are in our location, our altitude and speed. So we don't actually have that being paramotor pilots and ultralights. Unmanned vehicles has something similar to AD. Is it who on here knows anything about the unmanned ADSB out thing? Anybody?
I forget the name. I think I watched a video on it, but I couldn't remember the name of the technology that's now integrated in all the drones.
Right. So I think that the DJI has the ADSB out, but they can only fly up to 400 feet. So I mean,
we are talking about remote ID,
something like that.
Yeah,
something
like that. That's right.
So it's not actually ADSB out, but it's something that other pilots can see, kind of like on a ForeFlight, like you're saying, right, Susan?
Yeah, but that's only using through the Wi-Fi right now, though, through your phone, ain't it?
Yeah, it connects with your phone, and then pretty much if the FCC or whatever wants to know who's flying that drone, they can see who you are.
Well, it's not just FCC, it's anybody.
Well, that's true. That's why people are so mad about that remote ID stuff.
That's why I quit flying drones and RC airplanes and bought a paramotor.
Yeah, there you go.
It's all about, seeing that there's somebody out there, just like now with Gaggle. It saved me, apparently it saved Susan. I've heard other people that says, wow, if I didn't know about this Gaggle, I could have been pretty close or in the way of an airplane. So it's kind of a safety feature, I think personally. That's something that this community, especially since it's getting so big, it kind of needs. We got drones up there. We got other planes, commercial planes. We have private planes. We have light sport planes. We have ultralights flying. The sky is going to get kind of busy up there. And it's nice to have something that goes, hey, you got somebody coming, on your
That's
right.
what I'm worried about. When Amazon starts delivering packages with drones, the sky is going to be completely full of drones. What are we going to do?
Yeah, I used to work for UPS, and when I was working for UPS, they had the concept of their box vans with a drone inside. And I asked recently the most current guy that delivers my house. I asked him, was like, y'all integrate that yet into your trucks? And like, no, not yet. So at least not in this area, but I'm sure probably the bigger cities will probably get them.
I think what they're going to do is they're going to have a drop box. They're not going to take the drone and take it right to your house. It's going to take it to a drop box.
That's what I'm thinking. Because right now, look at all the different places that you can have your packages delivered to. And it's a big, box type of thing. So yeah, I agree. They're not going to drop it on your front porch.
Right.
Yeah.
I think there's like a GPS pad or something you got to buy or something that you put out in your yard for it to drop your package on.
Is that something you've heard, or is that just something you think?
Yeah, that's something I've read about. That there's something that I think it's Amazon's wanting to do. That's how they would deliver theirs.
I hope they don't do it that way, because then the drones will be everywhere. Because if they're going to people's houses, then you got to watch out for that. I'd rather them have them go to a central location where I can say, I'm staying well away from that Amazon drop location. I'm gonna fly over here. I don't like that.
Yeah,
the
I
only
hope it'd
thing
be like something like a mini airport on Gaggle. Maybe they'd put on there or something eventually in the future. Is what I'm thinking. That'd be nice.
I think eventually, just like your FAR 91 for general aviation, where they have to stay above 500 feet. We probably, with all these drones, might have to adhere to that in the future. I don't know for sure. I'm just guessing. I'm thinking that that's probably one of the things that we're going to be seeing in the future, hopefully the far future. But I think that's probably how we're going to stay safe, being 500 feet up while drones are 400 feet and below eventually. But Gaggle has really stepped up as far as helping out the not only the paramotor community, but all ultralights. You know, anybody that doesn't have ADSB in and out, you know, definitely would benefit having one of these things.
For me, it's the always I fly in a place with a lot of small airplane traffic. So it's like you're always looking anyway, and it's my responsibility to avoid them, right? But when you get that alert and you know where someone is and you know how the light is behind you or in front of you and that you might be hard for them to see, like it changes my behavior, because if I get the alert, I can't see the airplane yet, and I'm concerned with their ability to see me, I might start doing a slow spiral. It might cause me to decide, oh, I'm going to lose 300 feet, you know, altitude as quick as I can, or I need to spiral this way to be more visible so that we can both avoid each other. Like, it's giving me the proactive measures and the extra time before they would be within my line of sight.
Yeah, and Gaggle gives you plenty of time. I mean, usually 5 minutes out. Plus, it'll tell you the altitude of the thing, what it is, if it's a helicopter or airplane, what it is, and its call sign, the altitude, speed, direction. So, you know, like I said, I saw it coming in at 700 feet. I'm like, crap, I'm at 700 feet. Spiral down, you know, there it goes. I'm like, wow, that was crazy. So yeah, I mean, it is an amazing thing. And like I said, even if it's $10 a month, it's worth every freaking penny.
So, I agree.
Yeah. I haven't reviewed my Oshkosh flight with my paramotor on Gaggle yet, really, to see the skies. But I know that's definitely the busiest airspace I've ever flown my paramotor in. And on the way in, I think the second time or the third time, no, 2 times I flew out twice. There's kind of like a little video they want you to watch, or just basically have the NOTAMs downloaded to your phone, so you kind of understand the air traffic pattern, which is, I found out that they've been doing it for a while, and they kind of got helicopter pattern over here. They got the fixed wings are big and wide, and they shortened the paramotors route. I didn't get to actually fly the pattern. I just flew in and flew out. But we had a little ultralight biplane on the opposite side of the road as we're coming into land on the south side. And he's over here on the other side of the road, biplane, and I'm just kicking my feet, waving at him. It's probably the closest I've ever been, and visually saw the plane. So that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I like that you don't have to keep track. Like, after you land, obviously you can replay your flight, but it shows your max altitude, your max speed, your how many G's you pulled. If you're doing acro, it tells you all that stuff, which is freaking awesome, I think.
Yeah, it's basically like the paramotor's world's version of ForeFlight, which is, it's probably going to get caught up to that, and if not, maybe be just as good, if not better, at least
or
for
maybe integrated.
I'm hoping. Yeah,
hopefully it's just integrated.
Yeah, hopefully they should integrate it, which would be a good thing. Maybe not.
Well,
some people might not think that, though.
There's a piece of software in between the two that acts as the integration.
Yeah,
That's the first time I'm hearing about that, but yeah, I'll have to look at that.
You're talking about that. What was it called again?
So I get my Safe Sky and my Sky Safe mixed up all the time.
Yeah, I'm on that, and so that's good. I'm glad to see that I'm there. I made that available as soon as it came available, but I have yet to come across a plane on there. So
is that on the paid version, or is it the free version as well?
It's everybody gets it because it's so valuable and important to be getting as many paramotors, paragliders, as well as what was the other equipment on Gaggle? Like
And
anyone
gliders.
using Gaggle, you can, and if you've got the integration turned on, and then if you're an airplane pilot and you have the integration turned on your side, you'll see, the paraglider wings show up.
Well, that would be good for those crop dusters, because I would think that they'd have ForeFlight. Mind you, they might not.
Right.
But at least then they can see me if I can't see them.
Well, and they see what you are and how fast you're flying and a few other, details that it's interesting.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I've got to go, guys. I'm planning on flying early in the morning. So
Do it.
you guys have a great evening. And remember,
You too.
go to my Care PPG and sign in or subscribe to the channel, and you'll be signed up for the draw for the t-shirt.
How many subscribers do you have, and how many subscribers are you looking for?
I'm looking for 300 subscribers for one t-shirt.
Okay, and how many subscribers you got right now?
1,200.
You got
And
1,200. So you're looking
12.
for 3 more hundred for a total of 1,500.
Yep.
Excellent.
Same.
And
I'm looking for about
and
that.
all 1,500 are in this thing, or just the last 300?
It'll be all 1,500.
Excellent. Good, because I want a t-shirt, man.
Awesome.
Does it smell like maple syrup?
Jesus.
There you go. There you go. Wipe your armpits. Save
I know where
maple
I'm getting my new reserve from.
Excellent.
Thanks,
Well, thank you,
Jim.
Jim. Have a wonderful evening, buddy.
Thank you very
Hey,
much.
Jim.
It was a great show. You
Fly
guys have a
safe,
good
buddy.
evening.
Thanks again.
Bye-bye.
I think it's past my bedtime.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Susan. I appreciate you. We had
Yeah.
a good evening. Aurora PPG.
Thanks for having me back.
Org. Absolutely. Make sure you guys go to
course.
aurorappg.org. Check
Yes.
out her website. There's a donation button. Help her out. Check out her monthly. So what do you call it? Like your monthly newsletter?
It's quarterly.
Quarterly newsletter. So make sure you sign up for her new newsletter. Amazing things that she's doing with her nonprofit. Thank you so much, Susan Ray. Any questions for her before she has to leave?
No, I just want to say, Susan, thank you so much. I so appreciate you coming back on the show tonight, and you're welcome to hang out with us anytime. Monday night, just jump in the Zoomy and just hang with us. Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
Much
maybe
love.
when you get
I'm
your
so excited for what
first woman in the air, come
it
back on and
has
tell
in
us
store
about it.
for you.
Yeah, definitely.
I couldn't stop smiling you talking about it. Just this whole thing, I'm just lost for words, but God bless you. I'm just really excited for you.
Yeah, definitely keep us up to date with
Right.
everything that's going on. Come back and tell us what's been going on
Yes.
in your organization. We would love to keep up with you for sure.
Thank you,
Yes.
everybody.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Susan. Have a great
Bye.
evening. That's Susan Ray, guys, over at aurorappg.org, a nonprofit organization to help people get scholarships, women in particular, to go learn how to fly. I guess she said with like traumatic issues or something like that. So check out aurorappg.org and check that out. Man, this has been another wonderful show. I almost you saw me in the pre-show. I was hacking, and thank God I got spray to keep me from
You're
coughing and
just a
stuff.
hot mess there.
Almost
What
had
happens when
somebody
you
else.
leave us for 2 weeks, man? It's your fault.
I'm such a horrible douchebag. I am so sorry. I'm apologize. I'm a grandpa. Give me a break, right? But anyways,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to catch up. I haven't been on in a while, and so hearing about Sean's stuff and then Aurora, finding out seeing some new people. It's good.
Yeah,
Sports
Michael's
growing,
like,
and
hey, I can make the show tonight. I'm like, Sean's gone for 2 weeks, dude.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
oh, you were able to. Oh, so when I left, you were able to go on the show.
Yeah.
It's like I really thought I was going to be able to. duh, right, on your anniversary cruise to Alaska. Yeah, I'm gonna have some time to do a podcast.
Yeah.
No,
No.
I didn't have time to do nothing, man.
Can
And
I
you just take a bunch of pictures, I'm sure.
Pictures and videos, man, it was really awesome. Alaska, 55 to 60 degrees. I come over here, it's 120 heat index, and I got sick. Go figure.
Can I just say something real quick because we're doing the end of the show and all
Sure.
that? I just want to send out quick prayers to Woody Hayes' family and friends. It was definitely a very great loss. He was a good friend, really,
Is a good friend, and when I found out that he
That out
passed,
there. that
I was in tears.
that Woody, you are missed, and we'll see you in the sky one day. And that's, I just want to say prayers to the families, and we lost a great guy. So that's all. I didn't want to say during the show, just out of respect, but
So we, if you guys didn't know, we did lose a great friend and pilot, one of my friends too, and I don't want to tear up, but
I know.
it's very sad when one of our friends, passes. But
Yeah.
good friends, great friend. This guy would give literally the shirt off his back to help somebody else. So
yeah. So I just wanted to say that out of respect for him and the family. So
I did see that Landon made an announcement for EFD. I think they're going to do some sort of big memorial flight for him during EFD this year.
oh, that would
Say,
be
was he there? Was he there last year? Because I was there and I thought
I
met him,
don't
but
think
it's
I've
been
seen him last year, but I think I've seen him the year before.
okay.
Yeah, he
Yeah, I got there late last year.
he swung by over here and hung out with us.
mhm.
And we had a good time, and he's just a really good guy, and it's
Yeah.
just sad. But he did what he loved to do. He flew all the time. One of the things I'm going to miss the most is looking on my feed and seeing him flying live, doing his live show, doing his and flying, and just enjoying life. He really truly enjoyed life all the time. He was an amazing guy. So
Yes.
Woody Hayes, we miss you, buddy.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. But this was good show tonight.
I love
I'm
my
just
Monday
happy
night shows.
that we got Susan. Yes. Yeah. Well, I got her back on the show. So
What's really interesting is that my Monday night shows basically keeps me understanding in my mind, since we run the school and the nonprofit, it's sun up to sundown 7 days a week. I don't get a day off unless it rains. And during the summertime, it doesn't stop raining. It's nonstop. So the only time I can actually see where a week starts is Monday morning or Monday afternoon or Monday evening, for the show. It's like, okay, it's the show. It's episode 183. We're season 4. We've been doing this for 4 years. It's going to be 5 years in a couple months. That's crazy, right? And during the last 2 weeks, I've kind of lost where I am. It's like, well, I don't what month is this? Is this September? Is this October? I don't know what month this is, because I like my Monday shows that keeps me on track for the entire month, which is really awesome.
Sure.
This is all I do. I don't have another job. This is all I do. Executive director for Run to the Sky. I'm running the Paramotor Arkansas. We also got another company called Crypto Properties LLC that we're making
I saw that.
tiny homes for disabled veterans. So that's kind of part of our Run to the Sky. So we're trying to house people, feed people, teach people to fly, create adaptive flying machines, different paramotors and stuff like that. So we're doing a lot. So if any help that you guys can do, like donations definitely help. However, things help too. If you have an extra trailer, travel trailer that you just don't use anymore, please donate it to us. That will definitely help as far as getting more people in to the schools, so they have a free place to stay when going through training, and or they don't have a home, which that actually has been going on. We have a place that they can actually call home until we can get them, set up for someplace else. So travel trailers, anything at all that can help people, please help donate to runintothesky.org. That will definitely help a lot of people. Obviously, any cash donations help also immensely, because we also are feeding these wonderful people that are coming in, so they don't have to worry about a place to stay. We feed them, we house them, we take care of them. So anything that you guys can do to help out, runintothesky.org. Thank you so much. We definitely appreciate you guys.
So
yeah.
Yeah,
I want to know, how is Kevin's training going? What's going on with Kevin? He's been quiet this entire cast. So now,
I've been listening.
I know you're listening, but now we need to know the details.
Listening and learning.
Have you made it back yet? Or are you still? I know you got to take time out to go, but
I was there this past Saturday.
oh, cool.
Got there, I guess I left my house about 3 a.m. Got there about 6:30, I guess. And working on forward inflations with the it's just the help me out here, Sean.
Cage.
The cage. Thank you.
Oh,
With just the cage, no motor, just the cage.
See, that's a great learning tool, so you can see what it feels like on your back, right? Instead of just running with just the wing, to have that on your back, and to help you in the future, like if you're walking, especially to the beach, like sometimes I go to the beach and they have these little narrow pathways you have to go through. You have to realize that giant cage is behind you. You can't walk straight through. You have to turn and go sideways, because your cage will hit everything as you got to turn and like, okay, I got this.
Like a dog bringing a stick inside is too big.
Yeah, there you go. It's exactly like that. So you have to remember this giant in mine, because I got the 150 cage, so it's huge. I have to turn to get through stuff.
So this last time that you were here, this is the first time that you put the cage on with the harness. And you realize that, and we went over that, if your lines are taut, right, and you're ready to do your forward inflation, if you turn like this to look in the back and that prop is spinning, your lines get chop, chop, chop. Right. So we also teach you, it's like, look at what would happen if you just look back like that, your lines got chopped. How do you avoid that? You step back, make sure your lines are slack, and still, now you can look back at your wing and then walk forward again. So there's different ways of doing this. And once again, these are things that you don't know that you don't know. They don't teach you this stuff on the internet. So if you try to do, if you try to learn how to fly on your own, which is legal, you might find yourself chopping up some stuff that you didn't even know that you didn't know to even ask, how do I do this?
Right.
So,
there's lots of little things like that you don't see on the YouTube videos. You need real training, or you're going to be in trouble.
Right. So Kevin, real quick,
I was going to ask you, Sean. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Okay. So hold that thought real quick. So Kevin, real quick, you watched YouTube videos, right? And you saw all these different training videos or whatever on YouTube, right? When you came to class, did any of that stuff that you watched on YouTube transfer over to actual training on the field?
No. But other than what I watched of yours.
Thank you. I'll give you $5 for that one when you get here. Good job.
Other than what I watched of yours, it did. It gave me a better understanding compared to guys just flying around and look what I can do, sort of thing. You can do this too, but no, those didn't transfer, because there's a lot more to it than just throwing a fan on your back and grabbing a.
One thing that Sean showed a video of that I haven't seen anybody else do on YouTube, like when you're doing reverse launch, I've never seen another video on YouTube that shows you how to get your A's without them being tangled up, like reaching over to grab one and reaching down for the other one. I haven't seen not one other video besides his that show how to acquire your A's when you're in reverse. Because, if you're not thinking about it, you'll grab the brakes on the wrong side. And when you go to pull that wing up, you'll be pulling the wrong side down. You're like, what the hell? And that's why.
That's true.
Yeah, I had the same issue because I don't reverse as much as I used to. And so I like the reverse a lot. And when I first started and getting back into it, since I got a kiting harness now, I can do that. And that was another thing I remember from my training is that I was taught to, you before you even cross them, just grab them, put them in your hands, and then you kind of reposition them over to the sides they're going to be when you raise up and do your reverse. And then it pretty much keeps you from grabbing the wrong ones. If you just get them while they're down, grab them. And at least for me, I don't know what Sean teaches or how, but that's how I was kind of taught. Grab them before you decide to flip one over the other. Because then once you do that and then you try to grab them, it's confusing, like you said. So
if you watch this video, it makes it pretty straightforward. I mean, it's pretty simple. I had a problem grabbing the A's in reverse for a while. I mean, I figured it out, but then I saw his video and I was like, well, that kind of narrows it down. So yeah, that helps.
Yeah, I'm trying to put more training videos, and it's not really training. It's like, this is what we teach. Obviously, go to training or come over to my school. I don't mind helping you out over at my school. I mean, if you've, just come over, hang out with a day, let me help you with a couple of things. If you're a pilot or not a pilot, let me just show you what's going on. I'm not going to charge you for coming over and hanging out with us.
I'd love to hang out if it wasn't like a 30-hour drive,
I'm Central America, Central US, right in Arkansas. I mean, from
and I'm the
anywhere, right in the middle
you
here.
can go besides going to Maine, I guess.
Yeah, hopefully I'll see you, Sean, at EFD, as I'm planning on trying to be there. So
I'm definitely going to try to be there. I was going to try to go to Dave Purdon's, but with this going on, I don't want to be around other pilots being snotty and coffee and stuff. That's not cool. If I feel better, maybe. But we also got a new disabled vet coming in tomorrow. So if we can get everything working out right, I feel a little bit better. The new student, Butch Fly, myself, maybe some other people will take a road trip over to Dave Purdon's. It's 10.5 hours for us.
Yeah, I'd like to do that one as well. But funds ain't gonna allow.
If I didn't take off for Soar to Shore, I'd be going to Dave Purdon's because I know Will's gonna be there. And then if Sean goes there, it's just more incentive. It's like an 8.5 hour drive for me, but
that's just for us too. I just couldn't get the time off work.
Yeah. See, I only had 20 hours left of vacation, and I took it off for the fly-in, so I'm like out.
Well, it's like all the high seniority guys, they get all that vacation time around all the holidays, so you can't get it.
Yeah.
Do what you need to do is become a paramotor flight instructor, and then we go to all the different fly-ins.
You're going to Dro? Damn, Dro, you're going to Purdon's, right? Not EFD, because I think Purdon's is not that far for him. So yeah, he'll probably be at Dave Purdon's. He does live paramotor videos. Like actually, while he's flying, he's live, which is nuts. I don't know how he gets it. He's got like he flies around with like a 5G router strapped to him so that he can broadcast while he's flying. That's nuts.
Who's that?
The Dro right there in chat.
Oh, the Dro. Okay.
Yeah, he's like a Paramotor IRL is his YouTube, like in real life.
If you have internet on your phone, unlimited internet, you just go to a live video on YouTube or on Facebook, and you can do live videos all the time. Woody Hayes does them all the time. I do them. Everybody does them.
Facebook Live.
Yeah, just do Facebook Live.
You try to do YouTube Live from your phone. I can't see that working very well, but
it works.
I noticed some of them get cut out a little bit, but it works for the most part.
Yeah, it's neat though to see somebody fly, live and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my question for you, Sean, was
Yes,
you was
sir.
talking about your little crypto organization. I'm actually trying to get with a similar organization for my college out here, and one of the veterans at the school I'm going to, he made me aware of it just last week. So this program is pretty brand new. It's the Veteran Community Project, I think, here in St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah. And then I heard there's another one in Kansas City, Missouri. But this one in St. Louis, particularly, that I'm close to, I found out, just got off the ground, and they haven't housed any veterans yet. So I'm going to actually go there tomorrow. And they said open interviews between 10 and 2 p.m. So I'm going to try to go and see what they can help me out with, because I drive 2 hours, 128 miles there, 128 miles back. So 4 hours total round trip just to go to college. And it's hurting my airtime as a paramotor pilot. It's hurting my wallet as a student, a PPL student, private pilot student. I should have been done probably by now. However, I've, just the funds and making sure I can get to class and still have gas for next week has been an issue. So hopefully maybe they can figure out I told them, I was like, hey, I just need like a temporary housing situation while I'm in school. So that's what I'm actually trying to find. And that base housing at Scott Air Force Base, way too expensive. I mean, they'll take all of my basic housing allowance as a GI Bill veteran using it for college. They're going to take all of it just to get housed into there. And I'm like, I use that for flight training and to get to class. So I don't know if I could do that.
How much more time do you have for your PPL?
Well, he was going to solo me.
And real quick, for those of you that may not know, PPL is private pilot's license.
Some people like to say private pilot certificate or license. Either way, it's still the same thing. But yeah, I'm still like, he was going to solo me last month. And then I told him, like, hey man, like if I could go negative in my account, I could show up for the lesson. He's like, yeah, you probably can. I was like, but that's what I did at the last airport I was trying to fly at. And I still owed him like $1,800 and trying to pay that and the other place and do school. Like I'm pretty busy with my money. At least it's going right in and right out. So yeah, it's a lot, but
I know what you mean. I mean, I'm going for my sports pilot license.
Yeah, so but yeah, I'm still, he was going to solo me last month, but he's like, Mike, so I took 3 weeks off because of money and stuff. So I think it was like right around the 4th week, almost a month of not flying. After I came back from Oshkosh, I had a flight lesson. And I was surprised, since given I'm still pretty new into flying airplanes, that I didn't have much rust, I call it, to knock off, given that other breaks I've taken in my progression to becoming a pilot I've seen the step backwards. And a lot of the time they're talking about, consistency. And that's what he said. He's like, man, your landings are great. I mean, I'm off a left of center line, right of center line, but he's like, man, your landings are great. I just need you to get consistent. You need to get consistent. So then he's going to solo me. So hopefully once the money starts flowing through for the GI Bill, I'll start getting the more consistency. And hopefully by the end of this semester, before I'll be certificated pilot. So that's the goal.
That's really awesome. Congratulations. So in the super chat, let us know, are you flying paramotors, and have you thought about getting your private pilot's license, or do you have one? Because that's pretty interesting to know about too. It is 9:13, so we've been chatting for a while. We don't have many people left, and Grandpa needs some sleep. I wasn't even going to do this show because I was feeling so awful. I've been on all sorts of medication, more mess up.
24 hours, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, just stay out of the sun for a little bit. It's been a little bit cooler. But anyway, guys, I've had a blast. So real quick, if you like what you've seen, please subscribe to my channel. If you would like to know more about what I do, check out paramotorarkansas.com. That's our flight school. And we also have runtothesky.org, which is our nonprofit to help everybody get into the sport, that mostly disabled veterans. And we got a new disabled veteran coming in tomorrow. So we're going to be doing a little podcast sometime this week to talk about Butch Fly, which you've seen Butch Fly, and our new student. I'm not saying his name because I don't know if he really wants to be on YouTube and this stuff. So if he says yay, then you'll probably see him on here. Linda, you got a famous son that does a podcast on Thursday. Tell us a little bit about that.
Paraglidingtalk.com on Thursday nights with your host Robert Michaels, and he always has cool guests, I have to say. And he had Ron. What's the guest he had on there Thursday? I always forget. But anyway, he always has some really good guests on there. And so be sure to check him out on Thursday nights, paraglidingtalk.com. Jump in the chat. You can win a prize on the spinny winnie wheel. And that's it. And then if you want to be a guest on my show,
her show,
just go to ParamomUSA.com. It'll take you right to my Facebook page and just say, hey, I want to be on your show, and DM me or just message me, and we'll get you on the show. You see, it's a lot of fun. So thank you so much, chatters. Thank you, listeners. We so appreciate you, and be safe out there, safe flying, all the good stuff. Thank you.
Absolutely. Lots of love, and a shout out to Flying Flamingo Jade, another podcast at paramotorgirl.com on Wednesday nights. And we also have our very own JBPPG.com. What's up, buddy? He's our official director of merchandising at our Run Into the Sky nonprofit. Everything that he has on his website, proceeds go to help disabled veterans not only learn to fly, but get adaptive flying machines. So if they need a special paramotor built, we can build a paramotor for you for whatever you need. So JB, thank you so much for what you do. Tell us a little bit about your new stuff and your stickers that we can get.
Yes, I've got a new line of stickers I've just done up. I'm slowly introducing more and more as the day goes into my sticker section of jbppg.com. And of course, if you're going to be at EFD, I'm going to have everything in my mobile trailer there to be able to customize from there, from mugs to tumblers to can koozies to stickers, vinyl decals, keychains, and anything past that, get a hold of me. If you got something custom work you want done, get a hold of me. I'll whip that right up.
Excellent. And if you use the PPG Grandpa, you get 10% off. And I assume that if you use Run Into the Sky, you get 10% off too. Is that correct?
Yes.
Excellent. So you always get 10% off by mentioning PPG Grandpa or Run to the Sky nonprofit. Thank you, JB, for everything you do for us, for the sport, and everything you do behind the scenes as our merchandise director. Thank you so much, buddy.
Thank you for having me again.
Absolutely. And of course, Kevin, one of our current students for Paramotor Arkansas. He's doing so incredibly well, even though he thinks that he's not doing well. He's doing really, really well. He's progressing very well. He lives in what, Mississippi, right? And you're driving all the way to Arkansas for one day whenever he gets the chance. So he is very bound and determined to come over there. Now that we got our school up and we have some travel trailers donated, we need some more travel trailers donated. So if you got one that's just laying around that you don't use, that's gross, and you probably just want to throw away, we will take it, we'll gut it, and we'll fix it up. So just let us know. You can text me at 501-747-3558 or get up with me at ppggrandpa@gmail.com, and we would love to take that off your hands. So next time you get over here, Mr. Kevin, you can come over here for a couple of days, because you can stay in our new school and our travel trailers. How do you enjoy training, other than it's triple digits and it's hot as hell?
It was this past week. It was bad this past weekend, but I'm enjoying training. I enjoy it a lot. So I enjoy coming up there and hanging out with everybody that's up there. So
well, we definitely have fun hanging out up there for sure. Yeah. And can't wait for us to hang out again. Thank you, Kevin, so much for being on the show too, bud.
Thank you.
We got the one and only Scuba Steve from ParamotorDude.com. What's up, bud?
There you go, ParamotorDude.com. I can't wait to see Kevin fly. I want to see him get in the air, man. But you know, I kind of think it's a good thing that you are taking your training nice and slow. So everything that you do, whether you do it one day at a time or whatever, you get to let that each training session that you do gets to sink in. You get to think about it. Okay, this is what I learned today. And you get to let that sink in. Because a lot of times when they go through training, you have to learn all that stuff really quick, like boom, boom, boom. And it gets so much gets thrown at you in such a short period of time. You're like, this is overwhelming. But since you're doing it the way you are, it all gets to sink in, and which is going to stick with you in the future when you go to fly, which will be awesome. But yeah. I do a show Fridays, 8 to 10 Eastern Standard Time. You can scuba vapes or paramotordude.com take you over there. Cool.
Absolutely. Wait, Kevin, until you get on the tow machine so you can feel flight for the first time.
Oh Lord, he's gonna be.
That'd be fun.
He's already hooked. But
wait until you get into the VR simulator. We got a VR simulator that you get into your paramotor, and you can actually feel pulling the lines down. You got your VR glasses. You can look around in 360 and fly around. You can see you can actually see the wind, how it goes, how it moves up and over. You can see the thermals and everything. So we teach you the things that you can't see up there before you go and fly the first time. It's really awesome. Yes, like that.
Michael with his, mine's somewhere around here. Oh, it's up in the cabinet.
So I recently dropped it, and it still works, but there's a yellow lightning bolt through the screen, so it kind of sucks.
No,
I'll just wait a couple years or next year till the new one comes out, maybe.
Yeah, when the new one comes out, I'm getting that one for sure too, because it's supposed to have 4K resolution and a lot smaller than the Oculus 2.
Kitty says it is my time.
It is her. Yeah, kitty time. So, Michael, you got anything going on? You got your own YouTube channel? You flying? You got stuff up there that you want to talk about?
Yeah, so I got some recent stuff I'm working on. I've been slow at getting to it because school's recently started, but I'm gonna have some more of my Oshkosh stuff. I think right now I got a short up, but it's a semperflyppg.com will take you to my YouTube channel. Still a baby channel. Some of it's edited. The recent live stuff that I figured out how to do with my Insta360 camera is not edited because trying to learn that software merge in DaVinci Resolve and how to utilize it is still a learning curve to me. But yeah, I got some my most recent flight from Oshkosh. I want to get going, putting up there, so that's going to come hopefully soon. And I was working on last year's Bad Apples and EFD, so I was hoping to post those before I posted the new one. But eventually, I'll post the EFD last year, 2022, and Bad Apples 2022. Yeah, so hopefully soon. But yeah, semperflyppg.com YouTube to get you there. And again, Sean and everybody, thanks for letting me hop back in tonight. It was, I broke my phone last 2 weeks ago or so, and I guess I had to redo all my credentials and passwords and stuff. So, but no, it's great to be here. I miss it. I miss hanging out with you guys.
Yeah,
So,
no, you're so welcome.
There's a lot I missed out on and haven't learned, and missed all the. I seen you guys had Honeycutt on, and then you guys had Judson on, so I wish I could have been on for those. That'd have been cool.
Yeah.
Jamie, you put that Born to Fly, does that go on mugs too?
Oh, yes. That is, let me try to get out of the way here. This is one of my my stickers I have on the site.
I know you got the sticker. I was just wondering, did you put it on the mugs also?
Yes,
I didn't want to buy that mug and then go, well, now I'm not donating to Run Into the Sky because I'm buying the Born to Fly mug into the Sky mug.
But yeah, all my design work can cross change with everything. So I can even take this sticker, put it on a mug, a tumbler, and even drop it on a keychain.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool.
That's very cool.
Sean's dying back there.
I put it on mute. So you don't hear me. But you know what'd be really neat is on our new school is to have that Born to Fly with that American flag thing. I need something in about a 20 by 30 foot. So, whenever you get machines to do that, let me know. And for all of you out there that are still listening or that are going to listen to this again, or, the audio version on the top of our school. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but we're going to have something that says something on top of our school, and you can only see it if you are flying on our LZ.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go. I just have to say a real quick shout out to Northern Lights Paramotors LLC. And I just have to say thank you to Jade and Eric. The last couple of years, they without them, I wouldn't have got up in the air and did my tandems. And I am so forever grateful to them. And I'm looking forward to next year to go back up again, try a third time. And so I just want to say much love to you guys. And every time I go, to the flying, I meet new people. And like I said, my para family just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and just getting up in the air and have them do that. I understand now. It makes such a difference, and it changes your life. Changes your life. So.
And I have to say too, a shout out to Jade and Eric, because they helped me in the past get to a fly-in, and actually helped me get to the point that I am right now. So honestly, without Jade and Eric, I may not have been over here. And I'm sure they're thinking, well, that wasn't too much, but what you did was a lot, and I am paying it forward. Eric and Jade, I'm paying it forward in 50 a million fold. So thank you so much for what you did. You know what you did, and I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart what you guys did. Thank you.
Yeah,
everybody else out there, you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys out there that are helping me out, from helping me out with some extra money, help me out with some gear, helping me out with getting gear for the school, help me out with all the stuff for our nonprofit, helping me build the school, helping me with the LZ location, helping me out with all the stuff, helping me out getting these travel trailers. I mean, everyone out there, I mean, there's a lot of people that have the same vision as I do, and it's really helping me out, and I appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
Anything else before we head on out, guys?
No, that's it.
No,
We're gonna
it's
close
time to
up
get some
shop
rest.
here, and if you want to go real quick to the how we do the after show thing,
You want to do an after show?
or
Sure.
whatever, so I
Okay.
can tell you what's going on for
So we're gonna tell secrets?
September. Yes.
All right, we're going to tell secrets here in just a minute. So everyone that's out there right now, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back next week. Monday, it's going to be, was it Labor Day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Already?
Yep.
Holy.
Yeah, September 4th, Labor Day.
End of summer?
No school for me.
End of summer. Oh my goodness. And wow. So we'll be here. If you want to come on here and just hang out with us on the show, get up with Linda, just go to paramomusa.com. It forwards over to her Facebook page. Just let her know that you want to be on the panel and hang out with us on Monday. And that'd be great. Anybody that's ever been on the show that's on our secret chat messenger.
Yes.
The one that you get all the messages from here, where you can actually come on. Please join us on Monday, and let's talk about our fun experiences as far as flying. Sounds awesome.
That'd be fun.
Exactly. All right. So on that note, peace, fly safe,
everybody.
and we will see you in the blue skies very soon.